Hey team, it's Friday night, and that's how much of a dork I am. I wanted to make a quick video of just like an experience I had today to maybe help you guys in some way. I'm super tired, but I really wanted to share this before I forgot. So, I've been reading GoPro, and I really think that it's helping me. It's an awesome book if you can get your hands on it, or you want to borrow it from me when I'm almost finished. My goal was to be finished last month, and I didn't finish that goal, so I'm almost finished. It's my goal to actually have it done by this weekend. I talked to this guy today, and I have to tell you, I was super, super nervous because it's not like I know him really well. I know him and his daughter and my daughter were on a soccer team last year together, but we've only spoken a few times, and his ex-wife was one of my coaches when I first started, so we're just friends on Facebook. So long story short, I messaged him about the guys group a couple weeks ago, and he actually got right back to me, and he was like, I think I might be a little bit interested. I care about what I look like. And his message was kind of like, sometimes I feel like in this business, you almost have to, it's a feeling. You have to go off of people are just appeasing you or they're really interested. It's kind of like your intuition. And I highly recommend sometimes really tapping into that and using your intuition to form that relationship with someone. So I wrote back, of course, would you be interested in a challenge group? So we were kind of back and forth, and he works full time, and he's a really hands-on dad, so I didn't take it personal. He would not get back to me. And then this is why follow-ups are so important, because if I would have just, forgotten about him, not asked him again, not inquired again, he just, would have forgotten about it, period. So I urge you to, as well as being consistent on your own page, because they're watching after you invite. Sometimes before you invite, but I think after you invite, people are really watching and seeing what you're up to and what it's about, and encourage you to do follow-ups. They're huge. I wish in the beginning of my business I would have understood the value of follow-ups. So I followed up a couple times, and then he responded, I just cannot do it financially. And see, I could have just left it there, and it's such a hard call because you don't want to bother people or bug people or be that annoying Beachbody coach, but you also need to listen to your intuition, and you do need to be a little bit aggressive and push, and because in my mind, what was registering before I wrote back, I really thought about it, and I thought, first of all, I know he was interested. Like, he really was interested. His comment back was not kind of just to blow me off. It was a true interest. I somewhat know him, and he's not like a jerky guy. Like, I know that he is really genuine. And then third of all, I've never talked cost with him. So he's saying he can't afford it, and it's Christmas time, and has daughters. And I understand that, but we never talked about price. So I feel like if someone's telling you they can't afford something before they ever even have a clue of how much it is, they're most likely going off of hearsay about Shakeology, that it's too expensive, or they are, just assuming that you cost money. So I really just wanted him to at least understand what it was he was looking at financially before he made that decision. So I did. Sometimes when people right away are to the money, I say, let's talk, and let me just explain some different ways to go about it, because you can borrow a program. I want you to understand that me as your coach, I'm free. So where the cost is coming from. And he was really responsive after that one. And that's why I wouldn't take that as a no from people. I would make sure that they understand what they're looking at and what the exact cost is going to be for them after you have figured out what is best for them, what program is best for them. And then if they cannot afford it right then, that is a true seed planted, and they're going to come back to you later. So we actually set up a phone call, and then he said he couldn't make that phone call. So maybe he was blowing me off. But then I said, okay, when, do you have time to talk before? I told him about the group, when it's starting, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah, I really do want to talk. I feel bad that I've been blowing you off. And let's talk at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, his time. So 3 o'clock my time. Okay, so for example, 3 o'clock my time is not a great time for me. I'm picking the girls up from school. I have Sean in the car. It's like crazy. But I do feel like sometimes you have to adjust. It's still the middle of the day. It's when it works for him. And you just kind of have to make it work, It's like any job, any of your own business, there's just some tweaking. It's not always going to be perfect. And you don't want to lose that prospect because the timing isn't perfect for you. They are the customer. You kind of have to make it if it's right for them, you got to make it work. So I called him at 3, on speakerphone. But I want to back up a little bit because I need to express to you guys. I was so nervous because it's a little cold market. I don't really know him. And I was just nervous because, I don't talk to guys besides my husband. And this is really out of my comfort zone. And I'm like, I really, in my mind, took some serious notes I've taken since I've been reading GoPro. And some mistakes I've made in the past because I've never sold anything before. I mean, I've never been in anything like this, so I feel like it's hard, and I want to be genuine, and I want to be authentic, and I don't want to be yucky, ew, I'm selling you a challenge pack, I just can't take that. So I really did follow some vital steps that I have not followed before, and I really feel like it worked out for me, and that's why I want to share it. So the first 10 minutes of the call, I called him. I said, hey, I wanted to keep it really light. I wanted to keep it casual. I asked him about him. I asked him about his daughter. We got talking about soccer. We got talking about Emma in soccer and her, what's hold her back with her mono. And I was just trying to ask a lot of questions non-Beachbody related to get that comfortableness flowing. And then we talked about his job because he works for USAA. So I asked him what he does. And I told him how great of a company that is because we have that for our mortgage and stuff. And he really was receptive to talking about the company. So I just kept snowballing with that. And he obviously really likes his job. So I just said how awesome customer service is. And he was like, I really appreciate you saying that. And it was just going really great. And I said, okay, well, he helped me with something. He was helping me with the situation that I've had with a claim that we were dealing with. So then I said, okay, enough about me. Let's talk about you in this program. And I told him about the commitment. And obviously right away he was like, what's the cost? And I said, actually me as your coach is free. And the challenge group is free. Your cost is going to be in Shakeology or in the program in Shakeology that you need if you don't have one. So he doesn't have one. He doesn't know of one. And I just decided to tell my story, nitpicks of my story, and doing T25 a year ago, and how it just, I lost 15 pounds, but I feel like I gained self-confidence, and so key, your story is basically the point there. And then I don't know, I just kind of felt a shift, and he was really like, no, I can't afford that, when I told him about challenge packs. And then he was like, you know what, there is no perfect time, and I do want to be confident, and I really have some substantial weight to lose, and I want to be that for my daughters and maybe get a hot girlfriend. So I was like, well, I can't guarantee a hot girlfriend, but I can guarantee that you're going to be more apt to meet someone and when you're comfortable with yourself. So it was just really a positive experience, and the end of the story is I think almost 100% he's joining the guys group and possibly ordering T25 challenge pack this weekend. And I really feel like I could have messed that up, and that's the only reason I'm sharing this with you guys, because I want to be just a river of information. So my mistakes and my things I'm learning, you guys can learn from, and you can do it better than me. I really feel like GoPro, reading it and taking some serious notes on it, has helped me understand the difference between an amateur and a pro. And when you're talking to people, continuously asking them questions about themselves and forming that relationship first so they don't feel like you're selling them something is so important. I also feel that sharing, even if it's little nitpicks of your story, girl or guy, is really important because you're tapping into the emotional part of it and you're tapping into how it made you feel, and not like before I used to just word vomit like how amazing challenge groups is and how and what it can happen and the ingredients in Shakeology, and it's like I feel like I really scared people, and I feel like it's more important to share what is done for you, and let them have a little bit of an insight into what it can do for them. So I encourage you to step out of your... Listen, you're sitting down and watching that movie. Let's not get up again, okay? I encourage you to step outside your comfort zone and do things that kind of freak you out. And that is where the good stuff is going to happen. And I encourage you not to take no for an answer initially, to really think about why they're saying no. Because people say no because they think they absolutely can't afford it until they understand all the aspects of it. And they say no because they don't know the value of it. And they don't really understand what you're offering to them. You have to constantly remember yourself in the beginning when you had no idea what a challenge group is. I was really hesitant to Shakeology because I was not drinking a shake every day, and I was not committing to that. And I can lose weight by just eating. And I tapped on that with him too. He was really hesitant towards the shakes, and I just used that feeling. I understand that feeling. I was the same way. I had Kelly send me a sample. I was very much so a little bit of a know-it-all because I've been teaching Pilates and Zumba, and I know how to lose weight, and you don't need a shake and you don't need a supplement, and kind of have my nose up in the air about it. But the thing is, I wasn't maintaining that weight loss, and I certainly wasn't losing it after Sean, and I was yo-yo back and forth. And how Shakeology in my life has made me more consistently sit where I want to sit and be where I want to be. And then the whole health aspect of it. It's not a weight loss drink. It's a true nutritional drink to feel good on the inside and the out. So I shared that with him. Not so much the ingredients, but what it's done for me. So I wanted to share this. I know this video is a little bit long. It's 13 minutes, and you guys are so amazing, and you have busy lives like me. And if you have the time to watch this and you can take anything away from it, just in a prospect or a phone call, then that's awesome. That's all I want to do. I just want to help and want to share my experiences that go well. And I should share my experiences that don't go well so we can all learn from it. And that's it. Okay, guys. Have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.